Manchester United are held to a draw by Southampton. It's 3 draws in a row now. Nedum, Ralph Rangnick points to the expected goals, suggesting that they've been the better side by far in each of those games. Did they look the better side to you against Southampton?
They absolutely did not. I understand XG. I totally get it. I'm an XG fan now. But in watching that game, there were so many flaws which you could see in terms of how United played. Lo and behold, especially in the second half. And they just looked so open. At times, it felt like there was a direct split. Attack, defence, the game was open, and Southampton were very confident. They enjoyed that stage, whereas for United at times it kind of felt like, they hoped something would happen and they didn't really know how it was going to. So the XG is there, but I don't think many United fans enjoyed that performance.
I think it was also they had the 2 chances early, which were high XG chances, and then after that, you need to defend.
Yeah.
Either you defend high up the pitch by pressing, or you defend further back. If they don't do that, then...
The talk was that Varane's coming in so they can play 2v2 at the back, because Solskjaer said, other than that, they need 2 6s. Well, it looks like they need 2 6s and more than 2 at the back, because right now teams are very encouraged.
The Athletic reporting that Manchester United feel football director John Murtaugh and technical director Darren Fletcher are overworked because they have a lot of people reporting into them. And so they plan to hire a deputy football director to share the burden. Somebody who could, look, I work for a big corporation like Disney, right? We've got like dotted lines and workflows and whatever. This makes no sense to me. Does it make sense?
It makes no sense to me at all either. And when we say they're overworked, does that mean that they're not doing their job well enough so they need someone else to come in and make it easier for them? I'm not sure. And it just seems like a parody every time you hear one of these stories from Manchester United. Like, most teams have got their setup in line. It's been like that for years and years. But no, in 2022, we need a deputy football director because the other 2 guys, there's too much work.
Well, the funny thing is, remember how, the last 3 years, all these people who, get regular briefings from United and so on, they're all talking about, we're going to appoint a director of football or sporting director. We're doing a wide-ranging search. And who knows, maybe it might be Rangnick if he sticks around or whatever. Wouldn't that guy then sit above Murtaugh and Fletcher, and then there'd be a deputy? I don't...
And Rangnick next year, because he is supposed to be staying, or not next year, come the summer.
He'll be consultant.
So where does that fall in the sort of hierarchy of Manchester United?
It's just a way of paying him more money. No, in the end, they'll listen to him if they want to, and then not listen to him, and you kind of be on retainer. To me, that this whole thing is weird. The only positive in this, it was suggested in the Athletic that they might be looking at other clubs to hire somebody. Okay. I think the way that so much of United is in-house, on that side, on the player recruitment, on the scouting, it's a positive, but it can also be a negative. If somebody can come in from another club just to be in the room and say, hey, at Brighton, at Villa, at wherever the hell this guy worked, we did things like this, that could be a positive.
I agree with that, and I think it would be. But unfortunately, at times, with clubs like that, they believe that what's going on in-house is the best that there is anywhere else.
Well, of course it is, because they've been so successful the last decade.
And
they've been the
you
gold
mentioned
standard.
Brighton, the greatest person of Brighton coming in. Someone might still think, but you've been at Brighton, it's not the same. And no, it's not the same, but something definitely needs to change.
Maybe they'll hire Cheeky Begiristain to become deputy. No?
Listen, you've said it, I'm not saying anything else.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.